stopped back and I picked up some smooth stone, and I also got some gold and diamond blocks for use later on. I'm thinking I want to frame doorways with those, and some more lapis. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Alright, first there, now it's not going to bug me anymore. Alright, now let's get out the smooth stone. And start squaring this floor off. A sneaky feeling 4 stacks of smooth stone is not going to be enough, but that's what I've got available right now. I'll have to be cooking up some more while I'm working on the mob trap or so on. Okay, where's the cobble? I'll have to go back and get some. I hate wasting it like that. This is probably going to be the largest room in the place. Let's see, yeah, 2 blocks on either side of that. At least for the time being. Ah, there goes another one. And another one. Well, there's 2 of the cobblestone that I needed. I'm going to have to go get more of that cobblestone anyway before I can continue here. Okay, here we go. Looks like I may have enough smooth stone after all. At least for this section of the floor. Now basically what I'm doing is building this structure from the top down, because like I said, this right here is going to be the uppermost floor. I'll be hollowing the lower floors out from under it as I dig away the end stone. Okay, now to spam it with torches temporarily. Because in the final thing, I'm going to want to use the new redstone lamps in 1.2 when that becomes available. In the meantime, I'll just spam a crap load of torches all over the place. Okay. It's a beginning. It's a start. I'm going to get over here, pillar up a little bit, and have a look at it. Yeah, it's a start. And I'll continue working on that. A little bit at a time, over time. This is definitely a work in progress, a make it up as I go along kind of thing. And let's see, where am I? Oh, here we are. Because I'm going to be busy with this for somewhat of a long time, I thought it might be handy to set up something of a farm. So I'm going to hollow out a room here underground, keeping it 2 blocks high to keep the ender twits out. Okay, that ought to be more than plenty, actually. Okay, I just dug right into my stairwell, so let's put some of that back. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and finish hollowing this out and we'll get a farm started. Alright, we're all hollowed out here, so let's count over 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th block hollow this row out. well, we'll hollow out 8 blocks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. And now, no, wait a minute. I got to replace these with dirt. Okay, now let's get the water in place. And doing it this way gives it the infinite water effect, which also means the water will be still and quiet and won't be making all that racket the water makes. Get some lights up. And again, later on when the lamps are available, I'll probably put those in the ceiling. All right. There. And now plant this sucker, and there will be a plentiful supply of food for the duration. That way I don't have to keep running back to get that. Alright, that's all the seed I've got with me, but the first time I harvest I'll be able to set the rest of that going. Okay. A little more dirt here. I'm going to try something. Granted, the ender twits will probably tear it apart, but try to help that by having the place thoroughly lit up in this area. And I realize they can still wander into the area, but if the lighting is good enough, they won't spawn close by, and it may take them a while. Alright, I'm going to try this right here. Pop the dirt down there. Drop a sapling in there. See if they will leave it alone long enough for it to grow. I didn't think to bring any bone meal with me, but that's alright. I did, however, bring some different kinds of saplings. So I'm going to go ahead and put a few more down there as well. Besides, I think birch wood would be a good construction material here, being really light as compared to how dark most of this place is. Alright, that's enough for now. And I'm going to have to spend a good bunch of time lighting up a lot more of this place, but I don't think I'm going to have that on camera because placing 11 zillion torches can get boring after a while, I'm sure. You see what I mean? Who would want to watch 20 or 30 minutes of this? And I can see where it could easily take an hour or more to make sure the lighting is sufficiently thorough to achieve the desired goal of stopping ender spawns throughout the end. So, I think this right here is all of that I'm going to do right now. I'll work on the rest of it off camera. And that's enough of that. In fact, I think the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and get the materials and get that track built out to the ender trap so that it doesn't take forever and a day to get out there. And I'll catch up with you when I've got everything ready for that. Alright, I'm just on my way back from the stronghold to the end, having to navigate through the passages to get to the other exit, and it is closer to the part of the stronghold that connects to the end. And one of these days I'm going to have to make an underground passage that connects a little bit more directly. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to have to at some point do more with this stronghold than what I have, but I'll get to it eventually. Oh, that's right, the cows. That reminds me, I was going to do this, and by God, I'm going to. Oh, come on, guys. What does it take? Oh, there's one there underneath them. Okay. Alright, getting out of here would be a little bit of a trick. Alright, good. And that will grow over time. I will continue to breed them until there's an insane number of them there in that little spot. You might even get some pigs growing there too. Why? Just for the heck of it. Because I can. In the meantime, it's too bad I can't find a way to to get cows and pigs and so on and sheep to follow me into the end. Oh crap, I can't sleep yet. Alright, I'm going to wait right here until night, sleep till day, set my spawn here, because if I don't, then when I come back from the end, I'll end up back at the country estate, because that's where my spawn is right now. So I'll do that and catch up with you in the end. Alright, we're heading back into the end, and it's time to get a minecart track built from here out to the endertrap, which I think sometime soon is going to undergo a little bit of renovation. But first, let's expand this out a little bit. As a matter of fact, I'll expand out this way. Doesn't have to be very far, just enough room to build a small minecart launcher. We're not talking about a full-on station. There's only one other destination in this whole part of the universe. So actually this should pretty much be plenty enough room right here. Fix the safety rail issue here. Pop down a couple of torches. Alright, let's get out some rail here. As a matter of fact, I need to stop inside, drop some of this off, and make up some powered rails. I'll go ahead and do that. Alright, we're just about ready here. And, well, wait a minute. I want a piece of endstone here. Alright, a couple of them. Put one of them right there, and a couple of powered rails. And then from here, it's a simple matter of chase this thing all the way over to the endertrap, and we're off. And the one thing I'm going to have to do here is extend the platform out just a little bit here at these powered rails, like so, so that I can put the redstone torch to power that rail. No, let's get it around the corner. Alright. So, back right there. There, jump up. replace that with powered rail, and then continue on. Repeating as needed all the way out to the ender trap. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'll catch up with you when I'm finished. Alright, I've arrived at the ender trap. So I will be expanding this area out a little bit so that the track has a place to go. And then while I wasn't going to do so originally, I have kind of decided I think I want to try and do a redesign of the ender trap, because this one is good. It's very effective, and there's lots of good endermen here. But it does require chasing around all over the place to pick up the ender pearls. And I don't suppose that's a really big bad thing to do, and that it's just my own laziness that I don't want to. But that's about the size of it. I'm being lazy, and I don't want to chase after the things all over the place when I can arrange for them to come to me. Yeah. Okay, and it just occurs to me the one thing I didn't bring was a minecart. So, did I have any stored here from previous trips? Alright. I'll take a run back to the other end, pick up a minecart, and we'll try this out. Alright. Got a minecart here. Need to fix this real quick. That will now work. And we now have an express minecart route out to the ender trap. And what I was saying about the ender trap is that it does work pretty good, but it leaves the ender pearls scattered all over the place, and I'm thinking it would be nicer if they were all collected centrally. And of course the only way to do that is to ensure that the endermen all fall in the same area. And I'll have to fine tune. Oh, wait a minute. Go ahead and do that now. Put a second powered rail there, and do the same thing at the other end when I get back there. So what I'm thinking is that right here in the center, right around in here where this torch is, that's where I'd like to have them all land. And so I think what I want to do, well, I'm going to head back to an area that's clear to work without the screams of Enderman. Oh, of course. Moving that powered rail means that I have to move that or use a couple of pieces of redstone perhaps, or one even. Well, for crying out loud. That's more complicated than it should have been. That is just plain wrong. Alright. See if I can catch this stuff. Did I get the button? Yes. Alright. Unnecessarily complicated is the word of the day, apparently. Which is what I should have done. Alright. Now, as I was saying before I interrupted myself was a moment of really lame. I'm going to head back to the other end of this and we'll work up another prototype for endertrap v2.0. Alright. Now, what I had in mind for this thing is something kind of similar to what Etho did with his design for the Blaze Farm. And so we start out with an arrangement like this, and this right here would be at y equals 50 or so. And then right here, let's see. Let's get some pressure plates. Alright, and then behind them, well, actually, only in those two spots. Alright, and then back there. And here. Now on those, we put sticky pistons. No. Blocks with sticky pistons on them. same arrangement here. And if this looks at all familiar, it should. It's the basic idea of the design behind the blaze farm and the way it works. And then, of course, in here, repeaters. And then those corner pieces would either not be there or would be placed with some kind of switchable light source or something. So Enderman drops up here. It's pushed off the edge. And so on. And that's the way that would work. And then successive levels so the next level up would be just a little bit bigger. It would have 4 pistons, and the next one up would have more. Forget exactly what the progression is, but each level higher up there would be more pistons, more pressure plates, each one being a spawning area, and it would be an inverted cone. And at the highest level, ideally, once 1.2 comes out, hello. Alright, I got out of it, good. Once 1.2 comes out and the build limit goes up to 256, you would start here, 50 blocks above where the player is going to be standing, directly below all of this, to collect drops. And let's see, 144 blocks above the player would be the topmost ring of pistons, and so on. And so the thing would just get bigger and bigger each way, each level up, and Endermen would simply be pushed in until they reach this bottom layer, which is still 50 blocks above the ground, and they all will land right in that small area. All those ender pearls would be collected quickly, easily, and automatically just by standing there. You would be able to AFK and operate this thing, and that's the idea. Alright, and in the next episode, we'll see about getting started building that. Take it easy. I'm out of here.